What's up guys, it's Solo back with another video, and NBA 2K20 is broken. You know, I didn't want to have to make this video, but it's just getting to the point where you can't avoid it. The game is so bad, it has so many errors, and the developers are just not giving us any information or, you know, anything really at this point. And it got to the point where yesterday it was trending on Twitter. There was a hashtag #FixTwo K20 trending #1 in the world yesterday because everyone in the 2K community had to tweet it out because we had to get someone's attention for this because the game is so broken. NBA 2K20 is an unfinished product. I'm telling you, they rushed the production on this and they could have made it way better. And so in today's video, I'm going to be telling you all the things that are wrong with this game. But before we get into that, make sure to subscribe if you're new, and let's see if we can get 100 likes on this video, so make sure to drop a like. You know, I've been trying to stay positive about this whole game the whole time while everyone's been complaining since launch day. So I'm going to start it off with the rep system. That was a positive coming into NBA 2K20. You know, they're bringing back the rep system. Everyone wanted it, but the rep system is broken. Like, I would say 85% of the people that grind this game and that are like a part of the Twitter community, their rep bars are frozen. And so what this means is that they finish a game and they gain no rep, and we don't have any answers for this. We've been trying to contact the developers, we've been trying to contact everybody. It's really surprising how the game's been out for 3 or 4 days now and they haven't addressed it, and they haven't, you know, dropped a patch to fix it. You'd think 2K is such a big company that they would address it or something at least. And you know, the 2K community is trying to find solutions because we all want to grind this game so badly, to grind our rep, but we can't find a solution to unfreeze the rep bar. So what people have to do is they literally have to create a new player and pay 2K more money because they have to pay for VC to make a new player, and that's the only way to unfreeze your rep bar, because when you make a new player, he has like his separate bar, and you know, he actually still gains rep. But then, you know, the top rep, I'm gonna pull it up right here, the neighborhood, my rep, the top, or no, not the top rep, the third rep, Chalk. I know he's made 7 players already. The game's been out for 4 days and he's had 6 players freeze their rep bars, and he's had to pay so much money to continue making players to stay on top because he's trying to, you know, he's trying to get known this year. He's trying to blow up on YouTube and he's trying to be a top rep this year, and he can't do that unless he continues to buy VC to make new players to grind the rep. So the rep bars freezing is definitely the #1 thing on this list, but #2 is similar to the rep bars, but is the attribute bars. And if I go to progression here, you see the my points meter. That freezes for a lot of people as well, along with the badges. You see my badges on the bottom, those meters freeze as well for people. Luckily, I haven't had any of my bars freeze. I don't know, I'm one of the very few. Like, everyone on Twitter has had their bars freeze and everything. So a lot of people's progression bars and their rep bars and everything are literally not moving, and everyone wants to play the game, but they don't know if they're getting progress for actually grinding the game. And since we're on the topic of badges, since I just mentioned them freezing and all that, when they're not frozen, like, you have to grind so hard to get your badges. I have like 11 badges, I think, or 12 badges, and I have like 40 plus hours in the game. Like, already, like, the game's been out for 4 days and I have like 40 to 45 hours on the game, and you know, I have 11 badges, and that's just crazy because I've been grinding badges, and the only way to get a lot of badges is if you glitch for them. And glitches lead to another like whole conversation, because that's just crazy, because all the top players are doing glitches now to get their badges, and it's just unfair. I'm not doing the glitch. I don't recommend anyone does the glitch, but all the top players have to in order to compete. But yeah, I would not put myself at risk for getting banned, but I don't even think they're gonna ban the people doing the glitches. So it's just, there's so many things wrong with this game that are going on in the first week. It's literally crazy. So I know the 2K community was begging for a rep system to return, like from 2K17, but what we weren't asking for is the 2K17 loading screens. Like, if you've played this game, you know that everything takes years to load, and I don't understand it because, you know, as the 2Ks have progressed through the years, it seems that loading screens have gotten quicker and quicker, and then this year all of a sudden it's like the worst thing ever. So right now I'm gonna time myself doing some things like loading into my career, loading into like different things, and I'm gonna time it on my phone. So I'm gonna be back once I finish loading into the neighborhood, and I'm just gonna tell you how long it takes. Alright, so I just loaded into the neighborhood from the main menu, and it took 1 minute and 15 seconds, which, you know, if you think about it, it's not really that bad. But, you know, in 2K19, it probably took, you know, 25-30 seconds to load into a park. So for it to take 1 minute and 15 seconds, that's a serious increase. So now I'm going to join a friend's park and see how long that takes. Okay, so I just loaded into my friend's neighborhood, and it took me 1 minute and 55 seconds, which is kind of absurd. That's literally like 2 minutes just loading in to a park when I'm trying to join my friend. And when you combo that up with the next thing I'm going to talk about, the game literally gets like so annoying, because the next thing is error codes, and there are so many error codes in this game. Like every time that I load up the game, like from my dashboard when I launch the game, I get an error code loading it up, and then I get an error code like I can't connect to the servers, and I have to connect to that, and then I get in the park and I finally play a park game, and then I'll like lag out of that. I'll get an error code mid game, and then, you know, and then I have to go through the loading screens again. So it's just like such a long process. And then also you'll be playing Pro-Am 3v3, because like I said in my other video, you get a lot more rep playing that, so I've been playing that a lot. And then like I'll lag out of a game of Pro-Am right at the end, like the game's over, and then I'll just get an error that kicks me all the way out to the main menu. So then I have to go through all the loading screens, load back into Park, load back into the Pro-Am, play another game, and then I just lag out again. And it's just like a never-ending cycle of just errors and loading screens and frozen rep bars, and it's just like the game is so annoying. I don't know, you guys know what I'm talking about. Like, the next thing that I'm going to talk about is the rep bar. Once again, I already spoke on this, but this is kind of like a separate topic. So I'm an All-Star 1, and I have about, I don't know, it doesn't show me the percent, but it's like about 14, like 14.4 or something. And after every 3v3 game of Pro-Am on the All-Star 1 bar, I'll go up like 0.2 or 0.3%. And you know, the first two levels of rep were pretty easy, Rookie and Pro. They were pretty easy to go through those bars. But then we still have All-Star, we still have Superstar, and we have Elite and Legend at the end. And if I'm getting 0.2 to 0.3 rep per game on the All-Star 1 bar, I could only imagine how long it's going to take to get the rest of these. And I know that I've wanted like a rep system that takes a while to get, so that people aren't hitting the top rep in like a matter of weeks. But if it's going to take me like hundreds of games to just move from All-Star 1 to All-Star 2, I cannot even imagine what it's going to be like up here. So I think that rep needs to be a little easier to get. I don't know, I feel like a lot of people haven't realized this yet, but the All-Star 1 bar is moving very slowly, and I still have to get through All-Star 2, 3, all the way through Superstar, all the way through Elite. I'm not hitting Legend this year. Like, it's just not going to happen, because you have to grind so hard. You really have to know life the game to hit Legend, and it's just, you know, people are going to be stuck at a low rep for a while because it's taking so long. So they need to make it easier to get rep, in my opinion. Also, since there's been so many troubles in these first, you know, it's been 4 days. In these first 4 days, there's been so much trouble, and there's no signs of the troubles ending. Like, the devs have not really spoken on it. So I think when everything gets figured out, they should give us like a double rep weekend or a double rep week or something to please like the players, because everyone's just angry at 2K. Alright, that took me a while just to explain those items or whatever, but like none of those issues were gameplay issues. Like, that's the crazy part. All of that had to do with like servers and other stuff. But talking about the gameplay is like the least of my concerns for now. But the shooting is like, I think the shooting needs to be buffed. A lot of people are saying that people need to get badges and they need the better jump shot to like shoot better, but I just don't think that's the case, because I was playing, like, I mean, I shoot pretty good. I'm a slashing playmaker. I shouldn't be able to shoot lights out, but I shoot fine, I think. But I was playing with a pure stretch yesterday with a 95 open 3-pointer. 95 out of 99. That's literally like, that's as high as you can go in this game. 95, yeah, that's the most you could put on your player, I think. And he was shooting wide open 3-pointers, and he was getting full bars, which, you know, full meter releases, and they were bricking consistently. So I'm talking about Henny Mike. I was playing with him, and he's a stretch big, and stretch bigs are broken. I don't know what they did to stretch bigs, but they cannot hit threes. He tried different jump shots. He tried putting on jump shot boosts. He tried everything, and he could not hit shots. He literally had to take post fades, because that was what was working best for him, and it just made no sense because he's a pure stretch and he had to play like a post scorer. So I think shooting could use about a 5% buff, not too much, because you don't want people making every shot, but Yeah, that definitely, I think shooting needs a buff. And the last gameplay issue, and you know, there's not too many. Actually, there's two more. So the first one is stamina. I think stamina could use a buff as well, maybe another 5% buff. People run out of stamina way too quick, and so stamina needs a buff. And then the second thing is, well, there's just one issue where like sometimes you'll catch a pass and you try to take a catch and shoot shot. Like you're standing still, you catch a pass, and then it makes you fade for some reason. I don't know. Some of you probably know what I'm talking about. I don't know why it happens, but it'll literally force you to fade when you're trying to take a catch and shoot. And so they need to fix that. And then the last thing is like, I don't know, there's something weird with like all types of shots, because you'll try to take like a layup and it'll be like 2% covered, good release, and you'll miss it. And then sometimes people hit like 80, or like I've seen so many times big men hit like 100% smothered layups. And then there's other times where there's like people taking layups that are wide open, the defender's behind them, and it's like 1% covered and they miss. Like, I don't know, the game is just weird. I feel like you should never really miss a layup that's 1% covered. I know I just kind of like bash 2K a lot, but I'm just speaking facts. Like, these are just things that are wrong with the game. I know that they could put together a couple patches here and completely fix the game, which would make everyone so much happier. But like, for example, I put out a tweet today and I was like, reply with one thing that 2K20 did right or something like that, and these were some of the replies that I got. Like, if these are the replies with one thing that they did right, then it's like, it's a bad sign. Like, we got the soundtrack, we have added hairstyles. Like, if you're talking about hairstyles, I don't know. And then we got a few people just putting dots, meaning like they did nothing right. We got one guy that brought up gold shoes. And then we got another guy that just said that the game actually came out on the release date. Like, that's the best thing about it, is that it came out on the release date. You know, it sucks that the game is just starting off so bad. I hope that it turns around quickly, but it's just how it is. It's just, we got to deal with it. And so yeah, I don't know if I missed anything. If I forgot anything, make sure to put that in the comments. I'm going to read all my comments. If you made it this far in the video, though, go in the comments and type the word hurricane. So this will let me know that you're a loyal supporter and that you actually made it this far in the video, because we're actually really far into the video. But if you enjoyed the video or agree with it, make sure to drop a like, subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.
Y'all niggas hate on me, hate on me. I'm getting money, what the fuck can you say to me? Y'all bitches cry for me, cry for me, cry for me. If you my nigga, then you ride for me, ride for me. Yeah, you a cheese, but you a dog to me, dog to me. Baby, you see me, get no love from me, love from me. I keep a hoodie, cause it's cold to me, cold to me. So when y'all see me, y'all gon' notice me,